Well, here we go on another one. I'm going to get right into it. Over the weekend, I saw on one of these talking head shows, it's like Deface the Nation or Meet the Press or This Weekly by George Stephanopoulos. Good old George. And on there was Rob Reiner and his wonderful face. And I'm not putting the man down. I thank him because, honestly, I'm not being disingenuous here. He illustrated something for me that I've been saying for a long, long time. Now, let me get right to this. Rob Reiner said of President Trump that he is a malignantly narcissistic, pathologically lying racist. Now, those are a lot of big, fancy words, and, he got them all out correctly. So, kudos to him. But I want to tell you, and the thing about it was, you look at those words, but most importantly, look at his face. Because you're going to see, and probably from this show, I would say would be a good photograph to get, although he's always got the same face. But it was so smug and so arrogant. It was incredible. And you may have seen it, but look at the picture. Look at a still. And look at this arrogance and smugness of this guy. And he's just like all the other Hollywood celebrities, and that's one of the things I talk about, on show, the Hollywood mock show. I like to mock some of these people, these wonderful people, about various things, not only politics. But I wanted to, bring Rob into this because this is something I've been saying for a long time. The pull of liberalism is not a political pull. In fact, I know I've seen some people, because so much of liberalism is taken on faith, it's not true, it's just what they're wishing for, not really tied into reality. A lot of people have likened it to religion. But I don't think that's fair to either religion or liberalism. I think it's more, if I had to put a name to it, I think it's more of a psychological movement. You remember back in the day they had those things like EST, EST, and TM. That was another mind movement. And I remember other ones. I don't even remember the initials or the names, but I remember seeing films of people, they'd be jumping up and down and, pumping their arms up and getting all excited and emboldened by various things. They'd be pumped up, And this is what I really think liberalism is. It's like a psychological movement more than anything else, rather than not politics. It's in the guise of politics, but it really acts as a, like Schwarzenegger used to say, I pump you up. It pumps people up. It gets them going. It makes them feel good, and they're 5 feet off the ground. And they know they're superior to you because you're just you're a backwoods banjo-playing clown in a rowboat. And they don't really like to even be around you. They see you and they just wave you off and they say, could you please go away from my side? I mean, really now, I can't tolerate the sight of you. Because they're superior beings, you see. They are morally and intellectually superior than you are. They think, of course. And I remember, like I say, when on a college campus, I became a liberal boy. Immediately, the next day, I was like 5 feet off the ground. I was going around there like a king and looking down my nose at everybody because, they were just low. They were like worms, and I wanted to get away from the worms. And I was almost like a god because I had such superiority over all of these other great unwashed people. And I remember back in the day, maybe Rob Reiner still does it, but it's like, maybe we could keep it alive for Rob and his whole liberal crew. It's like, right on. Fight the power. Speak truth to power. Right on. Keep the faith. We're going to beat the system. We're going to beat the man. The man. Remember all of that? I think Rob Reiner and all and Cher and all of these other wonderful people could be doing that too. Fight the power. Fight the power. That's what it's about. It's about when they're done, they don't give a damn and they don't know who these people are that they're so-called fighting for. What it's about is when they go home and look in the mirror, they see that face smiling back, and they imagine themselves to be morally and intellectually superior to all of you and all of those worms. And that's where the payoff from liberalism comes, when they're looking in the mirror and they're feeling sky high about their elevated greatness. And that's why I say it's more like a psychological movement than a political movement. Because, politically speaking, they want all things that aren't true. I mean, it's basically like a big wish list of all of the ways they're going to improve the world. Utopianism. And, and they talk about things like being on the right side of history and all of that, Well, there's a writer. I'm not going to steal this. I don't steal much. There's a writer by the name of Steve Saylor, and he was talking about that one day, and he said, the left is on the right side of history. Damn, I got to give it to him. I guess we just on the right side of the facts. Or you could put it another way, the right or the left is on the right side of history as it's written by the left, but the right is on the right side of reality. And reality is always a very nasty thing because it pops up just when you don't want it to. And there goes your dream world and there goes your utopia. But them's the breaks. But that's really, you got to have a stern face when you're doing it too. You can't be smiling. Now I'm getting in the hang of it. Fight the power. Now we're getting there. But that's what liberalism really is. I would say it's more like a psychological movement. I'm going to say any other kind of movement, but I'll pass on that. But that's what it is. It makes all of these people feel better, feel superior. It's, one guy feels superior because he's got a lot of money, and another guy feels superior because he's got a beautiful wife. Well, these people, this is their buzz. This is their meth, so to speak. This is how they get their high, and it is a high. And just like meth, getting these people, these liberals, off this big high that they got, you're going to have one hell of a time because it produces results. Just like back in those, psychological movements with the people on the feet raising their arms. That's the same thing that liberalism does. It gives them that jolt. It gives them that high. It's like a psychological kind of meth for them. It's their big buzz. You're going to have a hell of a time getting them off it. But that's all I want to say. And I'm going to go out on one more thing. Now, Rob, thanks for your smug, arrogant face, really, because you illustrate exactly what I'm talking about. And so, as I sign off, I say to you and thee and thine, fight the power! Fight the power! Damn, I'm scaring myself. Wow, I look scary there. Woo! I better go now, so I don't scare myself. Bye-bye now.